Hello, everyone, and welcome here to Nixa Baseball Field here in Nixa, Missouri. Nixa Eagles taking on the Fayetteville Bulldogs. This matchup is going to be a good one. The number 2 team in Arkansas against the number 4 team in the state of Missouri. Eagles coming to this one 17-6, Fayetteville 19-3. Eagles on a, as I know, a 3-game lose streak. Excuse me, 2-game losing streak against the Bulldogs of Fayetteville. Jackson Gamble will get the nod from Coach Hughes, take the bump today. Tyler Yonkers behind the plate. Brady Return at first base. Wyatt Mabe at second. Caden Cloud at shortstop. Cam Miller is at third. Left field will be Caleb Jones. Center field is Wyatt Vincent. And in right field will be Adam McKnight. Ken Pascal comes to the plate here for the Bulldogs, looking to do some damage here earlier in this game. As last time Jackson Gamble was on the mound, he threw a complete game two-hitter against the Rockbridge Bruins, who were the number 6 team in Class 6 at the time. First pitch from Gamble is a ball. One. Counts even at 1 here in the top of the first for Kim Pascal. Kick and fire from Gamble. Swing and a miss. Late on that one, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me, early on that one. This Fayetteville Bulldogs team is very talented, very good program at all levels. I mean, every sport they seem to be at the top. Arkansas, as that one's going to be strike 3 called. First strikeout of the day for Jackson Gamble.
And next up for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 21, Carter Morris.
So after Pascal gets froze up in the batter's box, he'll bring up Carter Morris with 1 out and nobody on. That'll be the lefty for the Bulldogs. Eagles rocking the retro no-sleeve whites today. One out pitch. Fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. Eagles coming off an 11-0 win against the Waynesville Tigers on Tuesday, where they're supposed to play a conference game against Kickapoo yesterday, which Gamble would have pitched, but that game got canceled due to rain and rescheduled for a further date. That one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gamble would have thrown that one, but just to stay on track, he's in the third today to stay in his schedule. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Inside counts full. High chopper, first base line. Reton waits on it, and he'll step on the first base bag for out number 2.
And next up for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 10, Jason DeLamar.
Now Jason DeLamar comes to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Strike 1. I am there, 0-2. Gamble already with 1 strikeout today. Here he is looking for number 2 on an 0-2 count. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Strike 3 call. Gamble picks up 2 strikeouts in the top of the first, both of them looking. We head to the bottom half of the first. Eagles tied up with the Bulldogs 0-0. Wyatt Vincent, Caleb Jones, and Caden Cloud due up in this bottom of the first. Batting fourth will be Jackson Gamble. Fifth will be McKnight. Sixth will be Cam Miller. Seventh will be Wyatt Mabe. Eighth will be Brady Retone. And ninth will be Tyler Yonkers. Eagles looking to strike first here in this home half of the first. Looking to get an early lead, as any lead in this game could be the game changers, especially when you have Jackson Gamble on the mound. Vincent sees the first pitch go by him for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside corner getting called today. 0-2. So Vincent found himself in a hole here trying to find his way out. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Charlie Garton. Fouled off. Grounded first base side. Ooh, out at first. It was close. Vincent tried to beat it out, but get in there's Garton to cover. So a 3-1 ground out for.
Now up for Nixa, your left fielder, number 13, Caleb Jones.
Wyatt Vincent brings up Caleb Jones. Wind blowing in today. Strike 1. Outside 1-1. One pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. Outside 3-1. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch from Charlie Garton. Grounded opposite field. And can't make the play is Pascal out short. And Caleb Jones will reach on air. Here's the pitch from Cloud. Not going to be to Cloud. Outside, Jones stays where he's at. 1 ball, no strikes. Whew. Almost went foul. He almost went fair, but bounces foul. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. With Jones at first. Here's the pitch to Caden Cloud. Check back to first. Jones back safely. That one's lined right to Pascal. He'll go back to first. And Jones slides back safely. Good swing from Cloud. Just finds the glove of Kim Pascal over at short.
Nixa, your pitcher number 6, Jackson Gamble.
And Jackson Gamble comes up, runner at first. Last time he pitched, he had 4 RBIs in the same game, including a bases-clearing triple with the bases loaded. He's looking to get some RBIs here. Give the Eagles an early lead. Takes the first pitch for a strike.
Checks back to first and nothing going there. He's got a quick check back.
Yeah,
He gets off the mound quick.
Up the middle, off the glove of Garton, but Pascal will field it and step on second for out number 3. Scoreless after 1. We'll be right back. Mark Brissy at the plate to lead it off here for the Bulldogs. Jackson Gamble sold them out. 12-pitch first inning for him. First pitch swung on a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Looked like Gamble went off speed there to start the inning. Outside 1-1. Two one. Two and two. Popped up into center field. Vincent will jog back lightly, and we'll get under and make the catch for out number 1.
Now up for the Bulldogs, the right fielder number 1, Charlie Graves.
Charlie Graves at the plate. Takes that pitch for a strike. No balls, 1 strike.
The pitch from Gamble.
Grounded to Mabe. Sits down. Fields it in, throws to, Retone. Right, number 2.
And next up for the Bulldogs, the first baseman number 11, Jude Reyna.
Jude Rainey comes to the plate. 2 outs. Nobody on.
Gamble looking very confident out there on the bump. That's something that's always been a part of his game that I've always noticed is just pure confidence every game he plays.
As that one's lined in right field for a single. A good piece of hitting there from Jude Reyna. Yeah. Unmuted me right.
And now up for Fayetteville, the third baseman number 34, Tanner Davidson.
That's what we call good old announcer's curse in the business. Tanner Davis to the plate with runner at first and 2 outs. One ball, no strikes. One on one. By him there, 1-2. They're going to say he went out number 3. We'll go to the bottom half of the second, all tied up at 0 still. Adam McKnight, Cameron Miller, and Wyatt Mabe due up. Bottom of the second. Eagles all tied up with the Bulldogs 0-0. Looking to strike first here in this one. Pitch from Garton to McKnight. Swung on lifted to right field. And that's going to be a foul ball.
That was really good hustle by the right fielder.
Almost got there.
Yeah.
No balls.
It felt like that ball was in the air for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was going. I didn't see it in the air, so I had to wait for it to drop to figure out where it was at.
You made the call. I was like, where's the ball at? How does he see it?
I just was watching where the fielders were shifting, and that's
just ball knowledge.
That one's a little swung on late, and getting over and making the grab is Rogerson over at second for out number 1.
Base number 12, Cam Miller.
Cam Miller comes to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. One out pitch to Miller. He had a home run in that Waynesville game, his first of his varsity career, I believe. I wasn't there, but by the looks of it, I heard that it was not even close. It was a pretty good swing.
That one lifted in foul territory. 3 guys running for it, and it falls.
And that foul ball was brought to you by Wise Guys Screen Print.
So Miller's at the plate here with an 0-2 count.
1 out, 1 hit each team.
Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch to Miller. Strike 3 call. Caught the inside corner. I'll bring up Wyatt Mabe with 2 outs and nobody on.
Now up for your Eagles, the second baseman, number 11, Wyatt Mabe.
One ball, no strikes. Upstairs 2-0.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Mabe.
Swung on, grounded up the middle. Pascal, that one will eat him up. I don't know if we're going to give that a hit or an error. I mean, I think the bounce messed it up. I think that's the first hit of the day for the Eagles. Maybe single.
And that brings up for your Eagles the first baseman, number 15, Brady Retone.
Brady Retone steps up to the plate with 2 outs after Mabe singled.
That one upstairs for Retone. 1 ball, no strikes.
The 1-0 pitch. Nope, checks back to first. It's not going to get him as Mabe is back fairly easily.
Haven't been able to chance to see Hall's arm behind the plate, so looking to see if Mabe goes at some point. 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, gets past Hall. And Mabe will go without a throw. That's going to get past him there. They'll go to third now. Now the Eagles have a runner in scoring position. He'll be at third, 90 feet away. And the Eagles are a single away from taking a lead.
Catcher couldn't find the ball. He was looking up in the air. He thought it got popped up somehow. I guess it went off his helmet. Went back down. He was just sitting in the back right corner. So it advances Mabe to third in scoring position with the Retone up to bat. 2-0 count, pitch to Retone, and he fouls it off.
Retone looking to get an RBI here. He already has one this year on a sac fly. But going to need something in the outfield to score, or an infield single or an error or something, but going to be tough. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Mabe at third base. Retone trying to get the Eagles on the board. 2-1 pitch to the senior. Lifted, and that's going to be caught in right field by Graves. A really good swing there from Retone. Had the right idea, but Graves got under it for out number 3. Eagles strand 1, 90 feet away. 0-0.
Welcome back here to Eagles Stadium. Score remains 0-0 between the Bulldogs and the Nixa Eagles.
Camden Rogerson at the plate. First pitch from Gamble is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Both teams at 1 hit apiece. After both teams singled in the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. Gamble 3 strikeouts so far, 2 of them looking. One and 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Gamble. 2 and 2.
The pitch from Gamble.
Fouled off. No chance of getting that one. We'll do the 2-2 again. Two-two pitch. Off speed. Jammed him up there. Fouled it off. Two balls, 2 strikes for Jackson Gamble. by him there. Picks up his 4th strikeout of the day.
Next up for the Bulldogs, the catcher number 20, Everett Hall.
Everett Hall to the plate. 1 out, nobody on.
Pitch from Gamble.
Called the ball upstairs. Line to Cloud. He fields it on the hop. Throw over to first. Return catch for out number 2.
Almost looked like he dug that. That throw got down to his feet. Way to stay composed and
we're back to the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs. And
get the runner
shortstop
out.
number 5, Ken Pascal.
2 outs now. No one on. Hits are 2-1 in favor of Nixa.
Shortstop Ken Pascal comes to the plate. Strike 1. Disgusting pitch for strike number 2.
The 0-2 pitch here from Gamble.
Fouled off, we'll do it again.
So it remains 0-2.
Gamble looking for his 5th strikeout of the day to end the inning. Lined into the glove of Wyatt Mabe as he scurries on over to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down on the top of the 3rd. Head to the home half. 0-0 still. Nine, 1, and 2 due up for the Eagles in this home half of the 3rd. Looking to get on the board as we're all knotted up at 0 through 2.5. Yonkers Vincent Jones due up here. A new pitcher here for the Bulldogs. First pitch he throws will be Swung on a missed for strike number 1. Zane Studervant. Studervant, I think that's how you pronounce it. On the mound for the Bulldogs. Fouled off. 0-2. And from up here, Zane Studervant looks like a big boy. 6'3", 6'4". Maybe taller. Off speeds popped up as it hung, and making the catch all the way from shortstop is Kim Pascal. Flip the order to Wyatt Vincent.
The Eagles line up with your center fielder, Wyatt Vincent.
Vincent to the plate. He grounded out to the first baseman his last time up. One ball, no strikes. Fouled out. 1-1. Two and one.
This is another one of those balls. If we didn't have a net, we'd be getting hit. I'm sure you could see it in the camera.
2 balls, 1 strike is the field gets darker here. The clouds go over the sun here in Nixa, Missouri. 3-1. Eagles aren't used to really playing many games at this time of night. This usually, when the game is starting, is usually when JV games are starting to begin. So a little bit of different atmosphere. They played an 8 o'clock game at Rockbridge. There's a walk. Bring up Caleb Jones. He reached on errors last time up, but yeah, Eagles haven't really
And now up for Nixa, your left fielder, number 13, Caleb Jones.
played many night games this year. One out, runner at first. Vincent immediately goes. Bunt shown, pulled back, thrown out a second in time, but Vincent will slide under the tag. Not a bad throw there from Everett Hall behind the plate, but Vincent shows off his speed and gets a run in scoring position.
Yeah, Vincent has some legs to be able to get over there pretty quick, but like Aiden said, it was a great throw. You can just tell these two teams are fantastic, and it's amazing to watch the talents on both sides competing against each other so well.
That bunt goes foul, even to count up at 1.
That
So
last stolen base was brought to you by Austin Orthodontics. Straight smiles and stolen bases. Both take great teamwork.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Runner at second base. Here's the pitch to the senior outfielder, Caleb Jones. Thought about it. He'll go to third base. Chase back Vincent. He'll go to third. Throw down there, and he'll be safe. Great base running there from Wyatt Vincent.
And now
Some
your
great
shortstop, number 3, Caden Cloud.
Baseball IQ. Caden Cloud comes up. He lined out to the shortstop his last time up. Eagles 90 feet away from taking a lead in this one. From how the first 3 innings went, any lead is a good lead at this point.
That one in there for strike one. 1-1 count, 2 outs.
Cloud looking to give the Eagles a 1-0 lead or possibly 2-0 lead if you can get a hold of one. 2-1.
Game still scoreless. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Caden Cloud looking to change that.
3-1. Found that one off, full count.
I think he's wanting a hold of one of these. Looking to make something happen. Put the Eagles on the board. The pitch, full count.
In the left field for a single. That'll score Vincent. Gonna roll all the way there. Cloud's gonna go to second. Go to the cutoff man. An RBI double for Caden Cloud. Eagles lead 1-0.
And that brings up your pitcher, number 6, Jackson Gamble.
That's that third base line Caden Cloud likes. He makes great use of it there. Rifles one just on the, down that foul ball line. It stays fair. So it's an RBI double.
So Eagles lead 1-0. Gamble at the plate. Runner in scoring position for him. He'll go third base line, and that's going to get under the glove. Cloud's going to get the wave home. Gamble heading to second. As the ball rolls foul, Gamble will stop at first, in between first and second, and the Eagles now lead 2-0 after back-to-back RBI knocks for the Eagles offense.
So, bit of change of pace and momentum in the game. The Eagles gain it all as a back-to-back RBI for Caden Cloud and for Jackson Gamble. A double for Cloud, a single for Gamble.
Parker,
Parker Man gonna come in to run.
And a courtesy run here for Gamble. He's at first with McKnight at the plate. 2 outs. McKnight grounded out his last time at the plate. Third base line again, and that one's going to be fair ball too. Some struggles in the field for the Bulldogs right now.
Some struggles for that third baseman.
Tanner Davidson has been reaching for a ball the past 3 at-bats, and every single one has ended with an Eagle on the base.
That's 3 knocks right at number 34.
So 2 outs still and 2 runners on for Cam Miller. He struck out looking his last time up.
(2-0) lead for the Eagles. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Runners at first and second. The pitch.
Missed strike one. Eagles are swinging first pitch here. Seems like 2. All of them are.
So
0-1 pitch. That one, third base line as well. I think everyone, Studervast is throwing really slow, or slower than usual. I think he's still probably hitting the 80s. But the Eagles are so far in front of it. As that one's lined into center field, coming in and making the catch is Jason DeLamar. We head to the 4th. Eagles strike 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 to score. Jackson Gamble still on the mound here for the Eagles. They hold on to a 2-run lead after a 2-run bottom of the third. Gamble still on the mound. Ooh, first pitch. First batter he sees, he'll drill.
And now up for the Bulldogs, the center fielder number 10, Jason DeLamar.
Jason DeLamar comes to the plate. Runner at first and no outs. Gamble gets set. And here's the pitch. Grounded into the left field for a single, and now, just like that, Bulldogs got a little bit of a rally going here. 2 runners on, no outs. So Morris gets hit by a pitch, and DeLamar gets a single, and Bulldogs have 2 runners on with no outs. That brings up Mark Brissy. Ball. Swing and miss, strike one is now the Clouds have gone from covering the sun to not covering at all, and it's now shining right into our eyes. So left-handed batters are going to be struggling to see. Strike number 2. Pops up straight in the infield. Infield fly is called. Retone gets under it and makes a squeeze for out number 1. Now Charlie Graves comes to the plate. He grounded out his last time up. Eagles would want that right now and get 2 ball and get out of this inning. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. That's going to find its way into left field. Moving it is Jones. They're going to bring the stop sign out, load the bases with 1 out.
And now up for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 11, Jude Reyna.
The pitch from Gamble.
Another one. Cloud goes to second. Toward her first. Not going to be in time, and the Bulldogs will cut the lead in half.
So a really good response by the Bulldogs so far after coming off that last inning. Top of the fourth, tacking on a run. The Eagles had a 2-run inning at the bottom of the frame in the third.
So Tanner Davison comes to the plate. Runners are at the corners, 2 outs. Tying run 90 feet away at third. Both teams 3 hits, 2 errors for the Bulldogs defense. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Foul off, 1-1. One, two.
So 2 outs, runners on the corners. 1-2 count for Jackson Gamble. Score is 2-1 in favor of Nixa. Gamble fires.
Foul back.
Jackson Gamble fires.
Fouled off. I thought he got him there. I didn't see.
I didn't hear any bat. Of course, there are motorcycles that go by every 5 seconds, so it's kind of hard to hear. So nothing changes except for the pitch. Except for the count. It's now 2-2. 2's across the board. Gamble looking to put this inning to rest.
Got him looking. What a pitch. Slider comes inside for out number 3. Fayetteville responds with a run of their own, but Eagles still hold on to a run lead heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Welcome back here for the Fayetteville Nixa baseball game. The Eagles lead 2-1 as that one is fouled off to make the count 0-1.
Wyatt Mabe, Brady Retone, and Tyler Yonkers due up. Fouled off 0-2.
That one lifted into right field. And the play is made. Ball is caught by number 1. So Brady Retone steps up to the plate, looking to get something going. Resume what they had last inning. The pitch. In there for strike 1. That one is a ball, so one's across the board. Pitch was low, 1-1-1. That one low and inside. 2-1 now. The pitch. Looks like he got a hold of it a little bit. So it evens up the count at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. High chopper to third. Waiting on it is Davison. Fires over to Reyna over at first for out number 2.
And now up to bat for Nixa, your catcher number 10, Tyler Yonkers.
So 9-hole Tyler Yonkers comes to the plate. Curveball finds its way in there for
That was a great pitch.
strike number 1.
This inning, this frame is going by pretty quick. Strike 2 called, so 2 outs. Eagles 1 strike away from this being the quickest frame of the game. The pitch.
1-2. A little outside there. Could have gone either way though. Two and two.
Two's across the board. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch.
Grounded up the middle, slow roller. Out at first. Good play there from Pascal at short. 3 up, 3 down for the Eagles. We head to the 5th. Eagles still holding on to a 2-1 lead.
Welcome back here to the Eagles baseball field. Going to give a bit of Nixa quick news. The Eagles golf scores to victory in Carthage as Noah Noggle finishes as the top golfer. They conclude their regular season May 5th at the COC tournament, seeking to successfully defend the title as representing as the defending COC champions. Heading up not too long ago, the Nixa drone team is #1 in the nation. And heading over to our arts departments, don't forget to go see Nixa Junior High Theater perform High School Musical Junior. Saw it last night. Both me and Aiden saw it last night. It is incredible. Very, very impressive for a group of kids that young to be putting on a show that high of quality. You can see it tonight. Actually, you can look over and see the parking lot is packed, almost sold out. You could see it tomorrow night on their closing night. Then Dr. Allison Fleetwood is presented the Missouri Outstanding Theater Education Award of the Year for her efforts in the Nixa Theater Department, as they also competed at the first ever Missouri State Championship for theater. The Nixa Readers Theater is the state runner-up this year, as they were last year when it was a part of the speech and debate field. But a second place finish in the state championship, so very impressive there. All around, great news coming in this week from around the district as we head back to one of the biggest games of the season for the baseball team between Fayetteville and Nixa, as the Eagles lead 2-1.
First pitch there, swung on a miss. Strike one. Ooh. Had a lot of movement there. Just was just a little upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Camden Rogerson at the plate. He struck out swinging his last time up. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On 2, we'll do it again. Full count here. Popped up, foul territory. Rito moving to his left. He'll run out of room. We'll do the full count pitch again.
And that foul ball was brought to you by Wise Guys Screen Print.
Payoff pitch. Pretty similar spot. We'll do it again. Let's do it one more time. Gamble, get set. Strike 3 call.
And after that strikeout, that brings to the plate the catcher, number 20, Everett Hall.
Strikeout number 6 on the day. 4th one looking for Jackson Gamble as Everett Hall comes to the plate with 1 out. Now finds way to left field for a single. Put runner at first with 2 outs. Excuse me, 1 out. Now flip the order as well. Ken Pascal.
That takes us to the top of the lineup for Fayetteville, and number 5, Ken Pascal.
So courtesy runner coming in, number 3 for Fayetteville, as the score remains 2-1, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning, fairly low-scoring game, not too much action, but the game is being controlled by both teams. Defensively, it's been great. Pitching has been great.
1 out runner at first. That's the tying run of this ball game. Ken Pascal at the plate. Get back to first. And Hall's back safely.
The pitch from Gamble.
Lined into center field. And that'll drop for at least a single. Make it a double. They're going to wave him home. And that's an RBI double for Ken Pascal, and this game's all tied up.
And after the double by Pascal, the game is tied at 2. Bringing up your left fielder, number 21, Carter Morris.
So runner at second, 1 out. And that one's into center field. And Fayetteville will take a lead. First one of the day for them. 3-2 now.
By Morris. The Bulldogs take the lead 3-2. That brings us up to center fielder number 10, Jason DeLamar.
Now Jason DeLamar comes to the plate, runner at first, and 1 out. We have a mound visit here. Coach usually come over here to talk it over. As looks like Tanner Mayette is starting to get warm in the Eagles bullpen. 1 out runner at first. Eagles trail 3-2. So Hughes talks it over with Gamble. Infielders go back to positions. This Gamble is only at 46 pitches right now, but is that right? Seems awfully low. Popped up, foul territory. Retone hustling. Run out of room though. 0-1.
And that's another foul ball presented by Wise Guys Screen Printers.
Hitting the right field, moving back McKnight. Loses his footing and can't make the catch. Runners will advance, but no one will score. As this is something we really haven't seen at all this season. It's just Fayetteville's catching up to Gamble right now.
And now up for the Bulldogs, the designated hitter, number 19, Mark Brissy.
Mark Brissy comes to the plate. There's the second and third, 1 out. He was looking to get out of this inning. One ball, no strikes. Popped up, fouled off, 1-1. Grounded up the middle. That's to score another run. Mabe fires over to first for out number 2. It's now 4-2. Bulldogs lead.
We're seeing that type of response every sports team wants to be able to do.
Now up for Fayetteville, the right fielder,
After
number 1,
giving up a
Charlie
few
Graves.
runs, they're coming back strong now, 4 unanswered to make it 4-2 in favor of Fayetteville. And they still have room to go. They have another runner in scoring position. The first pitch from Gamble is outside, ball one.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Outside 2-0. Two one. Two and two. Gamble looking to get out of this inning here with a strike. And that's going to find its way in right field for a single, make it 5-2. Bulldogs are seeing it like a beach ball right now. 4th run of the inning.
For the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 11, Jude Reyna.
Strike one. One and one. Foul back, 1-2.
The pitch from Gamble. 1-2. Runner goes. Yonkers fires and not going to be in time.
Great throw, though, from
Yeah.
Tyler Yonkers. Check swing, strike number 3. Strikeout number 7 for Jackson Gamble, but what an inning for the Bulldogs. They get 4 in the top of the 5th to make it 5-2. Head into the bottom half of the inning. Wyatt Vincent, Caleb Jones, and Caden Cloud due up. Eagles trying to punch back here after giving 4 in the top of the 5th. New pitcher for the Bulldogs. Now on the mound is Caden Dutow. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes for Dutow. Eagles looking, if you look at the Eagles standpoint, I mean, you just want to get at least 1 here. Cut it to 2. I mean, asking for 1 run an inning. He said that. That's a hard hit ground ball. That's it. Safe at first as Rihanna came out the bag. So Vincent reaches on air, which brings up Caleb Jones. I mean, doesn't matter how you get on first base, but he's there.
You just got to get there and take what you can get. I like the way the umpire makes those calls very quick and slick. Quick and slick. Rhymes, kind of.
Dr. Seuss?
I mean, that's what they call me.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that gets past the catcher. As Vincent, that may be the easiest base of his life.
It looked like it went right through his glove. I mean, obviously it didn't, but
he was going to transfer the ball before it even got there, and I think thought that Vincent was going to go there. So not running score position, like I mentioned, you look at it, you just need to run an inning, keep them scoreless, but it's an easier task said than done.
Especially a team this high caliber.
I mean, number 2 team in Arkansas, 19-3, and I'm pretty sure when we went to Rogers, we were looking at Fayetteville's record. I'm pretty sure they already had those 3 losses. So I think they're on a crazy win streak right now. In the dirt, 2-1. Okay, so this is actually apparently they're 18-4, not 19-3. So I was wrong.
Oopsie. Not much of a difference, though. Still a great team.
Pulls the bunt back 3-1. But one of their games, they lost 12-11. It's a pretty crazy baseball score.
Really good game.
And they just lost their last one 3-2.
Any blowouts?
5-2, I think, is their biggest loss. 1-0. So all 3 of their losses were 1-run games, and one of them was 5-2. That was in March 17th.
5-2 is the score of this game. The Eagles looking to punch back here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Full count pitch. Called strike 3. I think that was the right call there.
That was the right
Now
call.
bat
That was a
for
good
Nixa,
pitch.
Shortstop number 3, Caden Cloud.
Caden Cloud comes up. He had an RBI double his last time up.
Caden Cloud, the Kentucky commit, looking to send home his Missouri State commit. 2 D1 athletes. Very good baseball players. Watched him for 2 years. Aiden's watched him for more than that. If anyone's going to turn the tides of a game, it's these 2 guys. And they need it here. 1-0 count, 1 out, the pitch.
Swung on, lifted high into center field. Getting under it is Palama, and he'll make the catch.
And now up for the Eagles, your pitcher, number 6, Jackson Gamble.
Excuse me. I don't know why I read that way. It's actually De Lamar. My handwriting just sucks. Two outs, runner at second. Gamble trying to cut this deficit. In the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. Vince is going to try to go to third, no throw, and he'll advance freely. Oh, that was a throw just really late.
And Vincent advances to third on the wild pitch.
The pitch. A strike. So 1-2 count. 2 outs. That one fouled off. So the score, or the count remains, is 2 outs, 1 and 2 for Gamble. The pitch to Gamble.
Got under it, lifted to left field. Morris comes in and makes the catch for out number 3. Eagles strand 1. We head to the 6th. 5-2 is the score. Tanner Miguet takes the mound here for the Eagles. Gamble's day will come to an end. Looks like 5 earned runs for him, 8 hits. The Eagles down 3 here. 5-2's the score. Just joining us, Hayden Hopkins, alongside my partner Deacon Brown. Top of the 6th. Eagles trying to post a 0 here and get the bats back in their hand after stranding 1 runner at third base to end the inning.
Now in to pitch for the Eagles, number 4, Tanner Miguet. And up for the Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 34, Tanner Davison.
So battle of the Tanners here. Tanner Miguet versus Tanner Davison here for the Bulldogs. Strike 1 call. Davison, 2 strikeouts for him. One and one. Fouled back, 1 and 2. Strike 3. Got him swinging.
Next up for Fayetteville, number 12, Camden Rogerson.
Camden Rogerson comes to the plate. First strike out of there for Midyett. One down here in the top of the sixth.
The pitch by Midyett is in there for a strike. 2-1 count.
So going to miss strike two.
So far in this inning, good control to keep these Bulldogs contained.
Strike three. Another strikeout for Tanner Midyett.
I believe you swung at every single one of those pitches that was in the top right corner. So far, so good.
Now Everett Hall comes up. A ground out and a single for him today. Two and oh. Three balls, no strikes.
The pitch by Midyett. Low, so it's going to be ball four.
That walk brings back us to the top of the lineup for the Fayetteville Bulldogs at number 5, Ken Pascal.
Pascal had a doubles last time up. So runner at first after a walk. We have a courtesy runner here.
And the courtesy runner's number 3, Emerson Early.
Runner on first. 2 outs. Midyett fires.
Well, strike one.
Makes it an 0-1 count.
Popped up and out. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch here for Midyett. No balls, 2 strikes.
That one popped up to foul territory, or excuse me, just out of the park. Almost hit the Fayetteville bus. They put the bus spot in a really dangerous area. I guess it doesn't really affect it much.
They're a little more forward than they're usually buses are.
Yeah, their bus driver may have been smarter than the others. Kind of put it behind the stands.
And picked him off there, but jeez.
Oh, no. So they overthrow the...
So you get from first to third there.
On a steal, they had him in a rundown, and then they just kind of threw it past.
Jeez, that kid is fast.
Yeah. So now a runner in scoring position. After Midyett had him contained, they've broken loose a little bit. He could still, keep them from scoring. avoid any more deficit.
Grounded Cloud chases it down. Throw on the run. Step on the back for out number 3. Score remains 5-2. Eagles looking to strike back here in the bottom of the 6th. McKnight, Miller, and Maid due up in the bottom of the 6th. Eagles trying to strike here. Ooh. So they're going to give McKnight first base, even though I thought that was going to be a foul ball or a strike because he had the bat out. But they're going to talk this over here. I've never seen McKnight attempt a bunt, and the first time he does, he gets hit in the hand. So I think he might be done doing that. They're going to talk it over.
And his hands are very important.
Especially for fall season.
Yeah, especially if it's that right hand.
So he's going to stay at first.
And now for the Eagles, the third baseman, number 12, Cam Miller.
Cam Miller comes to the plate. He's looking to do some damage here. Can't think of a time.
It's gonna be a sour taste after that for Nixa. That's a run they needed. They trail by 3, bottom of the 6th. So they're gonna have one more shot after this inning to tie it or even win it. That's a called strike. So one's across the board.
Up the middle. And a double play ball to get him out of the inning. Everything is going the Bulldogs' way right now. We're going to the 7th. 5-2 Bulldogs lead.
Score remaining.
Carter Moore due up for the Fayetteville Bulldogs. Moore, excuse me, alongside Jason DeLamar and Mark Brissy. Bulldogs lead by 3. Looking at some insurance here with Tammy out on the mound for the Eagles. In the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. Watson's lined right in the glove of Mabe. Out number 1.
And next up to bat for the Bulldogs, the center fielder number 10, Jason DeLamar.
Jason DeLamar. One out, nobody on. And that one's lined right to Jones. 2 good swings from the Bulldogs, just
And next up,
in the wrong
DH
spot.
number 19, Mark Brissy.
Now Mark Brissy comes to the plate. Getting an RBI ground out his last time up. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
They're going to talk it over at the mound between Yonkers and Maggette. So it was a short-lived conversation. So Yonkers heads back to sit behind home plate to continue this inning. Eagles still trail 5-2, top of the 7th. 2-0 count with 2 outs. 2 quick outs to start the inning. As the count moves to 3-0. Got him looking for strike 1. Get fires, and that one lifted deep into left center field. Vincent running back at the track, picks it up, fires down to the third baseman.
I don't think I've seen a ball hit that far from an opposing team this year.
And after
It's the first time. That was a really good swing there from Mark Brissy.
Graves.
Now Charlie Graves comes up. Gonna get courtesy runner here.
So still 2 outs after that deep bomb to make it for a double. Right in the gap. Maggette fires. It's outside. Not much has gotten past him today. He's been great. Behind home plate. Yonkers on the bump. Maggette looking to hold him off. Maggette fires.
Good pitch there, 1-1. Two and 1. Two and 2. That one's in the outfield, but Cloud, ooh. Good base running there.
Cloud made the stop. Tanner McGett on the mound, looking to hold off the Bulldogs to keep it 5-2.
2-2 pitch. That one gets past Yonkers. Full count.
The pace of this inning was moving pretty quick on those first 2 outs. It's slowed down since then. Nixa really can't afford to give up any more runs. It's got to remain a 5-2 game heading into the bottom of the 7th if Nixa's going to want to have a chance coming back against a team like this. It's been all Bulldogs since the 4th inning.
Popped up foul territory. Gamble moving to his left. Makes the catch for out number 3. Another 0 for the Bulldogs, but Eagles need 3 to stay alive. Ready to return at the plate. Sign called strike 1. So, retone Yonkers Vincent. Due up. Eagles trying to stay alive here. They need 3 to do so. Strike number 2. And that ball has a lot of movement on it. Will Schaefer on the mound for the Bulldogs. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 out.
Nixa, your catcher, number 10, Tyler Yonkers.
Jeez, that ball is moving a lot. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Ground at third base. A good play there. Out at first. 2 outs. Eagles down to their last out.
And we're back to the top of the lineup with your center fielder, number 7, Wyatt Vincent.
Now Wyatt Vincent comes to the plate.
What a beautiful evening for baseball, but not the Eagles' night it has been.
Was for a little bit, and then, I don't know, a 4-run spot. That one's popped foul. No balls, 1 strike.
Top of the Eagles' order needs some magic. So they trail by 3 to the number 2 ranked team in the state of Arkansas, Fayetteville.
0-1 pitch to Vincent. Inside, 1-1. One and two.
One and two count, 2 outs. Pitch to Vincent.
Third base line. Good play there by Davison. Fires to first for out number 3. Eagles fall to the Fayetteville Bulldogs 5-2. They will travel to Lebanon on Monday for a Central Ozark Conference matchup. And they look to win that one. Eagles fall 17-7. Fayetteville improves to 19-4. See you guys Monday evening.